If you are having health concerns, things are starting to change, your body typically does that as you get older, hormones change. Look at your family history. I had a friend of mine tell me, he said, high cholesterol can be a number of reasons, genetics. As you get older, cholesterol can be just hereditary. One person's 200 might be bad for one person, it might be healthy for another. It all depends on you and your family history. Look at your family history. All in my family pretty much have high cholesterol, and they can't get it down no matter how good they eat. I eat really healthy, really clean. When I'm told I got high cholesterol and there's no heart attacks in my family, it raises a question. The doctor wants to put me on statins. I'm like, Doc, look, 200, it's kind of but is it a problem? Wait, hit the brake, pump the brakes. I think that we need to take a deeper look into this. Am I a candidate for statins, or is this just a random prescription? So I convinced my doctor to schedule me with the cardiologist, given that I told him about my history and how we had a look at this before, and I would like to just have just a peace of mind. I paid the copay. Now, you go to a specialist, and depending on what you're having done, the copay can be a little bit more expensive, and it was. And I did pay a little bit more, but it's good peace of mind. Do I need it? Do I don't need it? So, with that said, we went through the stress test. Of course, they did the EKG first. Everything looks great. Fine. The next test was the stress test, and I passed that with flying colors. Wonderful, wonderful results in that. The next test was the CT scan, and that's the one where they check your calcium scores, the plaque. That's where you get plaque buildup, is calcium. The cholesterol itself won't stick unless it's bonded. It has a bonding agent called calcium. So calcium is something to be worried about, especially with my history of kidney stones. Went to the stress test, the EKG, the echocardiogram.
The echocardiogram, that's the one that's the ultrasound of your heart, just like they do an ultrasound to the baby.
All look great. And the calcium score. What did the calcium score tell me today? It told me my calcium score was at 22. To me, I don't know what that means, other than the doctor says I got good news, all good news. Okay? He said there is a little plaque. When he means a little plaque, he seriously meant a little plaque. He was not just sugarcoating it. And when he said 22, I said, doctor, level, what does 22 mean? Of not worried at all to we need to start worrying about something. He says when we start, the baseline to worry about something is a calcium score of 200 or above. And I'm like, whoa, I'm way away from that. He said, yes, sir. Especially at your age, at 50, I would be worried. Even at a much younger age, I would still say this is all these grades. My blood pressure was 114 over 68. At 52 years old, I mean, that's not bad. So he told me he wants me to come back in a year. It's just a baseline to see, make sure things aren't exponentially ramping up as I'm getting older. Things can, your organs don't produce it as well as they used to. The hormones, everything changes your chemistry. So you got to kind of keep a baseline. But right now, no statins. All that's really good news. But guys, what I'm telling you is do your due diligence and find out. Get the tests run. Don't just start taking medications. There are people that need this, but there are people that don't. Make sure you need it before you have to start taking it. Don't just start taking it because, oh, these numbers are like this. Everyone is different. Nobody's numbers are the same. Make sure you get your test run and then get your peace of mind and know where you're at.